Patriots could have hopped into a few Nissans and driven down to Miami with plenty of time to spare. They left today, Tuesday, in preparation for Sunday's season opener. They'll be practicing the rest of the week at the luxurious facilities at Palm Beach Atlantic University.
Tell me what you don't see there.
It's pictured here. I'm just a football field.
I was going to say, where are the goalposts?
Yeah. Let's Roll, presented by Town Pier Tire. All right, so if you look at this.
They don't have a football team, so I'm not sure they have goalposts. They might have had it, but we couldn't see it.
Chris Gasper is here from the Globe, and I'm just trying to figure this out. Tuesday, I don't think I've ever been around a Patriots team that has traveled so early to a game that wasn't on the West Coast, right?
Yes.
West Coast, all right, you get it. What the hell? What do you think they're doing?
It's a great question. I mean, if anything, I would say maybe Bill just wants to escape the negativity. You know, he's big on ignore the noise. I mean, do you think he can, and this team can ignore the noise? And in all seriousness, too, I would say
Patriots fans are everywhere. Hey, Bill, Bill.
I would say that's just Felger.
I'm from Linfield.
Bill, what are you doing? That's just Felger on Nantucket. But I will say, I also think some of that negativity is internal. I mean, some of these players, I think, throughout the course of the offseason and preseason have expressed maybe some reservations and less than 100% buy-in. So I think if you can sort of get in that, environment where it's us against the world and all we have is each other, Bill loves that stuff, and he's creating that environment down there.
Is this a big one for him? Big one for the team? Bigger than most openers?
Bigger than most openers, absolutely, because it's a division opponent. I think it's a team that's close to you, a team you will be competing with potentially to make the playoffs.
How about given their state? How about their current state of affairs?
Yeah, and I think it goes to what I just talked about in terms of buy-in. I always say winning's the ultimate deodorant, right? If there's some things that stink or some things the players don't like, you go out there and win, and it's right back to in Bill we trust. Okay, Bill, whatever you ask us to do, you want to make Linda the offensive coordinator? Hey, that's cool with us. We're going to win. We trust you. So I think he could use this from a buy-in standpoint, sure.
All right, Bart Scott on ESPN's Get Up says, I think this is a desperation move. You're trying to change the narrative. You understand that you're struggling. The South Beach is undefeated. I say South Beach because you have to fight the elements. What do you mean, Bart? Now you're taking your team down to an environment, and you better have some disciplined veterans, because you can have bed checks all you want. From 5 to 9, there's a lot of things that go on in Miami, and it's going to take a lot of discipline. And I worry about you maybe dehydrating your team.
That's a great line.
In the week, it's like going to camp for the first time and maybe dehydrating your team. Bro, I feel like Gasper. Bart Scott is having a completely different conversation. This is not about double entendre. This is triple entendre. He's talking about a lot of stuff here, and I think he's projecting. But back to the Patriots.
Yes.
Do you think they really have to be concerned about South Beach, the undefeated South Beach?
No, because look, they were just in Vegas, right? And everything I heard, they stayed miles away.
They look terrible, though.
They always,
played terrible.
That's true. No, they didn't look terrible. They just left their best stuff on the practice field.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what it was. They were only terrible in the game. The practice, they were outstanding. But seriously, I mean, you guys know, whenever they go to places like this, Bill normally has them. I want to know how long that bus ride is to this place in Palm Beach, because I guarantee they're going to be an
hour and a half at least.
They're going to be in some office park in the middle of nowhere.
Business trip.
He takes this into account. I'm not worried about this.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, then are you worried about them going nuts? 5 days at the West Palm Beach Airport Hilton or wherever the hell he's got them holed up? Or is it? Don't it's the Breakers? I mean, but for 5 days doing that kind of thing.
I love this.
I mean, I don't know. So now you're risking the other thing, boredom setting in, or there's too much.
Trent Brown tweeting he wants to go home.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But
can't wait to get out of Miami.
Back to Bart Scott's comment. I agree that it looks like a desperation. It looks like a gimmick, which is they should be above. The thing is, it was planned before they had the bad month of August, right? So this isn't in reaction to how things went in training camp. It just looks that way. But I do look at it and go, really? It's kind of a high school kind of move.
What was the thing, and you were covering the team at this time, Felger. They got off to they had a bad September. So one year they had these.
No. In 2001, when they won the championship, they got off to a bad September.
Yeah.
So the next year they targeted September.
Targeting, that's what it was.
And they put the 4 teams on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And they got 3-0, and then the 4th team was San Diego, and they went to San Diego and got their ass kicked.
Danian Tomlinson ran all over them.
Exactly.
I remember that. So it's last year they started 1-3. And they were able to recover and make the playoffs. But it could be as simple as this. Look, we got 4 games just like last year. We got 4 tough games. We can't afford to get off to a bad start. And I actually disagree with Bart Scott completely.
Okay.
In situations like this, Why don't teams go earlier? I think Saturday is kind of pushing it. That's just me. That's my old beat writer days, Felger. I'm like, hey, I try to get into a city as early as possible. I'm on the first flight in there. I want to make sure I don't miss the game. So why wait until Saturday? If you can get in there a couple days earlier, why not?
Yeah, the thing that's interesting to me about it is it's not like a lot of these veteran guys, if you're Matthew Slater or you're Devin McCourty, you know you haven't had success in Miami, but it's not like your first time in Miami. It's not like the first time, a player goes to Denver or something, and acclimate to the altitude. So it's a little interesting from that regard. And the other thing is, I like what you're saying. I wish they were taking the attitude you're saying about the first 4 games of the season, but I feel like Bill's kind of having it both ways because I hope he's doing what you're doing, but he also told us the first 4 games are just an extension of the preseason,
that's right.
and we'll know about the real team in October. So which one is it,